Great. Playing into Torque here, it looks like. Alright, and by snap, I mean this doesn't have Fate Weave in it, so we might be in trouble. We're gonna hit 2 shards in 2 turns, though. Every Hex, like every card game, takes a while to grind. I don't know what the answer is. Yeah, they all ask for your money or your time. Hex isn't any more or less free to play than the other games that are free to play. Would be the honest answer. Other people that play other games are going to lie to you and say that their game is more free to play than others, and it's still going to take you dozens of hours to have a tier 1 deck. It's going to take you dozens of hours to have a tier 1 deck. It's possible. It's not impossible, but it's definitely a grind. I mean, to be fair, Rogue, Giant Growth and Lightning Bolt are in the same cycle as Ancestral Visions, along with Healing Salve, so... I've got the math to prove it. God bless. Alright, keeping a 2-shard hand on the play is probably a bad idea. Probably a bad idea. I'm gonna concede to a Mama Yeti here in a second. Just a goat. God bless. It's a big in. It's not even about expecting the game to be a charity klutz. It's just that, like, people think these other games. People enjoy these other games being free to play, and like people said this message that like Hex isn't free. So the thing Hex does worse than the other games that are free to play is that Hex does a terrible job at holding the player's hand. It is easier to free to play the other games without looking up guides online, because Hex does so much with like their PVE stuff, which is the free to play aspect of it, that what's the word I'm searching for? It does so much with the free-to-play aspect that there isn't just one straight linear path for you to free-to-play on, whereas like the other games basically like send you down this path of go here, grind these things, do these things. And again, because Hex has a full buy-sell trade secondary market, you can just pick up a cheap constructed deck and then use that free constructed deck to play to the top of the ladder every season, and every season there's like $15 worth of stuff you get from the ladder, which you can then turn into limited entries, which you can then, you know, go infinite unlimited if you're a good limited player, etc. And it's just the nature of like how they designed the PvE in this game. It's just like the PvE is supposed to be like this open kind of do what you want path, and that makes it worse in terms of showing the players what they're supposed to do in what order, in terms of getting players to transition from, okay, this is where I start in PvE and this is how I turn that into relevant PvP stuff. Which, it's a design decision on Hex's part to do it that way, but it definitely makes people coming in from games like Hearthstone and Eternal and Test Legends, where like you only have one path and it's forward, whereas like you look around in Hex PvE and it's just like I have 6 different things I could be doing and I don't know which one I'm supposed to do, which one is optimal. Whereas like when you only have one choice, it's easy to pick the optimal one because it's the only choice. It is, yeah. It's actually, so, I grew up playing, I played a ton of, Morrowind as a child. That was, like, the game my friends and I, we all had characters in that, and we leveled them up and whatnot, and it's funny, like, when I played Skyrim for the first time, I was like, the fuck is this little arrow on the compass that just like shows me where I'm supposed to go for this quest? It was like, what? How does my character know where I'm supposed to go for this? How do I know where this city is that I've never seen on a map before? How do I know which house? How do I know I'm supposed to go to the 3rd level of this cave to find the thing I'm looking for? Like, how is that remotely reasonable? Yes, it was 0 fucking handholding, just actual none. The Slit Striders, yeah, Betty, yeah, buddy. All right, so if I go Ardent Crusader, Intrepid Conjurer, Valor, my Intrepid Conjurer, they could block this and then they die, so they're dead. That was the game of my childhood. They're exactly dead, right? No, there were 1 over. This is gonna be 9-16. Yep. Nah, man, you can take the Slit Strider from town to town. And all it said was, you messed up. Yep. Like, don't get me wrong. I've played a buck ton of Skyrim in the last year, and I like Skyrim a lot, but Morrowind had this special feel to it. I don't think I actually ever played the main Morrowind storyline to completion, speaking of. I played the Tribunal storyline to completion, and I think I played the Blood, was it Blood Moon or Blood Moon's a magic card, so like I'm misremembering the name, but like the little Wolf Island up in the corner, I definitely played that to completion. I don't ever think I actually played through the actual main campaign to the end. I think I have to mulligan this hand. Not doing anything till turn 3 seems bad in this matchup. I guess I have a Fate Weave in a draw. Heart's pretty good in this matchup, but it's kind of slow on the draw. I'm going to replace this, look for a Crusader. Well, wish granted, found a Crusader, don't have a threshold. This is my bed, we're going to lie down in it. No, I don't think I'm going to stream. So, when I was playing, I played a bunch more Skyrim. I started playing Skyrim on stream because I'd never played it before, and then I created a new character and played it a bunch off stream, and it was kind of just like my zone out game. I haven't played it for a little while because Hex has been actually when I was kind of in a medium lull for Hex and Magic, I started playing a bunch of Skyrim. That's really good against us. They're gonna get to flip that and kill my Wise Magistrate. Wanna buy one of my big booty 3-drops. Yes, and I played as a mage. He is King of the Mages Guild or whatever. Archmage, I think it is. That'll transform, shoot this down. Oh god, we're so dead. This curve is so gross. We're dead, right? Dead. I should have mulliganed my hand in the first game. Hand in the first game was a bad keep. I had a kind of an unfortunate 6 that game, but my 7 on the play game one was not good enough. Furryco. This matchup's pretty good for the Ardent deck. In fact, the Ardent deck is one of the reasons I put down Furry Coax. It's a pretty tough time here. And Command Red Alert 2. No, Ace, there are free versions of Red Alert 2 that you can free versions you can find for your computer that are great. Nazer B with the 2-month subscription. Thank you very much for the resub. I do appreciate it. Is this in a keep? It's got turn 4 Moonrise, maybe. Might be slow. Not traditional Furiko, okay. Hey, Sheep with the 7-month Oh, this hand doesn't have a human in it, does it? This hand was supposed to be a mulligan. Wild Infusion Device, okay. Lets them get turn 2 clobbered on. Okay, that's aggressive. This hand is... We might just get run out here again. I was not expecting an aggressive Furiko deck here. Looks like they might be mono wild. Alright, grab a non-resource here. That's terrifying. Huh. This Might Stinger's gonna grow out of control really quickly. Alright, we have a 3-4. Dude, I am not changing from one Power Rangers to another. You're watching that one, sorry. Just gonna eat this witch, I think. Probably play Moonrise Elder next turn. It just depends on if we had a resource or not. Alright, sweet. They don't have a 5th threshold, so that's really good for us. And we hit another thing here, so that's good. I'm doing this. I'm just gonna play Moonrise Elder and hit my champion power so that way I can beat their 2-4 in combat.
I see cheese. Go.
Alright, there's their 5th threshold. But thankfully we're going to have Heart into Valor shoot the Might Singer next turn. So we've got that going for us. I'm going to have to trade with one of these Clobberdons this turn. Trade. This is strictly worse, right? Oh, I don't want to do that just yet. You don't. It doesn't. The decks without clocks don't beat the Psychic Ascension deck. The format is cyclical. A beats B, B beats C, C beats A. Anything about the overall health? I mean, Modern hasn't changed. I still think it's rancid. Like, great. Eat these two. Take 6. I wonder if I'm supposed to trade here so I can't get crocked this turn. That's very possible. Aspect, holy shit. Well, that's a blowout. Man, are we dead? We need to hit a non-slow shard pretty badly there. And they have another one? Yeah, we're dead, huh? Alright. And I think, again, so like, that game, it's very easy to look at and say, my opponent's draw was better than ours, and there was nothing that we could do. But I actually messed up a guidance that game. I had a Fate Weave for a non-resource, and it picked up a 2nd copy of Hero of Legend, and I died with that extra copy of Hero of Legend in my hand. It's pretty good. It's missing a 2nd ruby for this, but it gets to go this on this and this on 3. You don't need to pick. You need to watch the show you picked earlier. This is your show. Lie down in it. You're watching Ghosts. I wonder if I was supposed to put plus defense on the Crusader. Swift Strike's probably fine. I'm sorry, Declan. You can sit in my lap, but we're not changing the show. Declan likes the idea of picking a show more than actually watching a show. So, like, even though I put on the show he wants, he's asking me to re-pick. So I'll turn off this episode of Power Rangers, and then he'll ask to watch the same episode of Power Rangers again. He just likes making choices. Our draw was pretty aggressive last game, and like I said, I think if I would have had more resources, we probably would have been in that game. I definitely messed up my fate weave to make that not happen. I don't actually know if they still make new episodes, but all of the old seasons are on Netflix, and Declan likes watching the old seasons. You want to sit by me? Okay, you can sit by me.
Beep mom?
Beep mom? Nope, that was someone across the street. Battle of Destiny. My Crusader just got Battle of Destiny. All right, we're gonna put plus defense gems in the Crusaders for game 3. Let's do this. Play Moonrise Elder. Set my champion power. Smash with these 3 things. We're gonna play Vintage again soon. Maybe? I don't know. Probably play more Legacy. I don't know about Vintage. I haven't decided what we're playing tonight. We're gonna stream Magic tonight after the PT is done for the day. Another Battle of Destiny. Tilt. My poor Intrepid Conjurer. Heart of Embers is probably still lethal next turn with the non-slow shard, though. Super lethal now. Alright, so we're going to swap these Crusaders to... I left them on Swift Strike because I was like, they're going to be good in combat, but the fact that they have Battle of Destiny means that making these 4/6s is valuable. It also means they don't add a Crocosaur, which they likely have in their 75. No, the rock format really doesn't appeal to me, which is fine. Like, don't really have an interest in rock. I'd rather focus on Immortal and Standard because they have the bigger relevant events. I'm interested in like working on decks for things like the Immortal Championship and I think it goes 2, 3, 4, right? Yeah, really, Declan? You think so? You need more water? Here, I'll get you some water. Am I getting a resource here? Yeah, I just want to guarantee 5 in 5 turns, I think. Sure. Sly Lookout. Okay. I guess this is really good with Aspect of the Squirrel, huh? Sure. That's actually pretty good for us, right? Like they're spending a piece of removal on this. Means the Scion's more likely to live. They do have a third resource, okay. They haven't had anything put a ton of pressure on the table. I feel like if they don't get, like... So I feel like our opponent's deck is more aggressive than ours in this particular matchup. So, again, they're not really playing a meta deck, so we don't know for sure. But, I feel like if the game goes a little bit long, we're going to be more favored than they are. Lyvaanth's a good pickup here. Probably just going to play the Heart of Embers next turn just to get it on the board. I don't want to block here with Lyvaanth if they attack with their 1/1, so they have Aspect of the Squirrel in their deck they showed us. Alright, well now I can block if they attack. And this was, if my opponent would have attacked before playing this, I wouldn't have blocked. So I think they missed a free attack there. So we hit a 6th resource, so this Guidance can probably get a non-resource at this point. Guidance plus Valor means we're going to trigger this a couple more times next turn. Usually I like to get 3 candles before I start going up on the candles. Again, I'm not going to block this. I guess I could just start slamming with this Lyvaanth. Just like making candles that way. That's probably worse. Yeah, I'm just going to Guidance here first and see what we get. Do I want to play this Wartorn General to make additional Valors? Yeah, probably. And then I'm going to start Valoring this Heart of Embers so it's harder to kill. Although I guess they're going to be able to kill this next turn with a Battle of Destiny regardless. Valor this Candle. Give my candles 1/1. Shoot their 1/1. Again, not attacking this in because I don't want them to go block plus Aspect of the Squirrel and eat it. If they block plus Aspect of the Squirrel, eat this one, I think I'm okay with that. God, I feel like a powerful wizard whenever something like that happens. Just like, let's avoid getting our best card killed. There are no interrupts for champion powers currently. It's an interesting design space they could explore at some point, but it is not one that they've currently explored. Oh! Wild Infusion Device lets them get to their Furry Co power sooner too. I hadn't thought of that. Opponent's deck is kind of interesting. It accelerates... Yep, I'm gonna get to kill my Heart of Embers. It accelerates... This accelerates Might Singer and it accelerates their champion power. Oh, yeah, that's true. There is a guy that says champion powers don't activate. I did board in Blinding Ires, 2 of them. They are in the deck list on the left side of the screen. What's the matter, dude? Mess up by me? Sorry, toddler's having a meltdown here, so I muted the microphone for a second. So, I guess they're gonna have a 7-power life drainer here, but I'm generating a lot of candles every turn, so like, we can just chump block that while hitting them in the air and making more candles, kind of. Yeah, opponent's deck is kind of neat. Not hitting their champion power here. I'm assuming they want to get more troops into play. Wow, this attack is exceedingly aggressive. I am really happy to take this trade. It's like they don't have any resources up, so I just get to like snap trade these 3 candles for this guy. That seems good for me. I am pretty happy to take that trade there. Like guaranteed get their life drainer off the table. That's making my life difficult to raise. Curious sequencing there. Alright, I feel like they're probably not going to be able to kill my Scion. So I think I'm going to go... I'm just going to make a bunch of candles. This has Crush, though, I guess. The Bumblebot of Shame, right? Well, I guess this is going to make Valors for me when I play these out too, right? Oh, we wanted to buff the Skyguard thing. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't think about this thing having Skyguard. Alright, so I can't actually attack? You just saved me. I almost attacked in there like a donkey. Almost attacked in there like a donkey. Maybe... Huh. So I messed up my sequencing now, right? Because I didn't realize that had Skyguard. I should have... Valored this and attacked in I think I should have Valored this and attacked in. because then if my opponent would have blocked this, they'd have traded and I've gotten 6 candles. So yeah, that was a missequence on my part because I wasn't realizing this had Skyguard. So yeah, Lyvaanth getting killed isn't the worst, but I could have traded this, right? I could have traded these is what would have happened. Because Lyvaanth says whenever it takes a damage, you get that many candles. That's a tilt. We have a game here. We certainly have a game. Huh. So gonna Valor this. Wanna Valor that? I'm gonna offer this trade. I'm gonna offer this trade and see what they do. Make another candle. Doesn't trade. Alright, so now that that happened, I'm gonna go ahead and Valor this Crusader. Give my candle. I think we're gonna start pumping the candles up. Pump up to pump up to pump up to candles. Pump up to pump up to pump up to candles. And if we hit like a Moonrise Elder at any point, this game is just gonna end on the spot. Well, they could have a Crocker. If they have a Croc and they eat Scion plus Wartorn General, we're gonna be in a bit of trouble. That's, yep, need a Heart of Embers ASAP. Yep, please Heart of Embers. Heart of Embers for one of those. We need something that produces Valors here. Oh, they just missed on 2 draws with those. These are going to turn into 7/7s next turn and then 12/12s. Going to die pretty quickly. Well, I guess all of these are getting bigger next turn. We did not draw resources, really. Keep forgetting the dragon doesn't have life drain. That's a nice equipment. They have a Battle of Destiny, maybe. And they're trying to figure out which of my things they want to kill. It's certainly the Scion, right? That they figured it out. Alright, so punished for playing out the second Scion aggressively. Heart of Embers would still be a clutch draw. Shard. Are we dead? I think we're just passing here, right? I want this Lyvaanth back to make 6 candles if they crack in with their Might Singers. Yep. The problem is these keep getting bigger every turn, so like these are going to be 12/12s next turn. Well, that's good for us. I messed up the first game, Marty. This deck's not so good that you just get to like win every game for free. Like you still have to make relevant choices. And this game we drew kind of poorly, right? Like we've had 50% of our cards we've drawn have been resources. All right, yeah, we're dead. So punted the first game. You could probably argue that game I was a little bit too aggressive by playing out the second Scion. And again, just like people often like to look at these, you know, face roll decks as like there's no decisions. It's just how my draw lines up against theirs, and like things like that are cop outs in TCGs. TCGs, there's always something other than your fault why you lost a given game of Hex or Magic or you know, Gwent or whatever game, Hearthstone, whatever game you're playing. But if you're looking critically at your decisions, in most of these games there's a lot of points where you could make smaller decisions that mattered differently. Use facts to prove anything that is even remotely true. That's a great... God, the Simpsons are great. First... That sounds fine. It's a little slow, but it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and Fate Weave for a non-resource on one here, so we get a couple chances to draw 2-drop. No, that's almost certainly a Simpsons quote, right, Devron? It's open for interpretation. That feels like a Simpsons quote. Guidance for guidance. Bingo! Alright, we'll hit a 5th resource. Let's grab another... Alrighty. This next guidance is going to grab a shard, right? Because I want to go... Or we grabbed a 4th, so let's grab a 5th now. So we get to go 3, 4, 5 here. Howling Plains Alpha. Interesting. So not traditional Goot on the other side of the table. I wonder if they're like some kind of health gain payoff Goot deck. Banner. I don't really have good attacks here, even though I have the banner, right? I don't really want to trade either of these for one of their things. I guess I'm okay trading this for one of their things. No, that's not even true, because I can, like, Valor these next turn. What a good pupper. What a good little pupper. Good little spirit pupper. Lamify. Tilt. Okay, yeah, I think I'm okay with that. My dragon with double speed. I'll leave this back because I want to trade this if they attack. They might offer a trade here. Yeah, because they get the Fate Weave off it. I think that's fine. Just go ahead and block. Heart of Embers is an amazing draw. Especially since we have an Onslow shard here. Go ahead and valor this, shoot this. They dead? They're 1 point short of dead, right? So I'm just gonna make another candle. It'll only be 13 if I give this +1/+1. Alright, so opponent's playing like Diamond Wild stuff. Am I just clicking submit? Blinding Ire is probably fine, and Wise Magistrate doesn't seem particularly good. Let's do that. Easy swap. Wise Magistrate's kind of my go-to cut. If the card doesn't seem stellar in the matchup, I like to trim that. This card's very good in the mirror, and it's very good against Turbo PA, but it's a little clunky against a lot of the more other aggressive decks that aren't doing stuff. No, I just responded to your Discord message, JW. Turbo PA does not play Clash of Steel. At least not the reasonable. None of the configurations that we've tested hasn't been reasonable in. It's not how you want to approach the matchup in my experience. I don't think either of these other cards. I don't think Martyred Saint is better though. This is just like a 4/3 with speed and steadfast. Like again, you have the Ardent Crusader deck building restriction. Just like this card's not good, but like it's like less bad than the alternatives. This has been a good set of matches with this deck so far today. We haven't won all of them, but I feel like, and this is like when people ask me like what I'm looking for in a TCG, I'm looking for the games that I'm losing, that I'm not winning, there have been meaningful decisions that could have allowed me to have won those games. And I feel like both those matches that we lost in the first two today had games in them where if I would have made better percentage plays or better choices with the cards that I had, I would have put myself in a better position to win them. I agree with that, Hex and Angmar. It seems fine. Probably Fate Weaver resource. We could potentially get William Rowan on turn 2. Yeah, I got a draw 4-drop as well. Crack with this, I guess. I guess I should have played this pre-combat, right? Because they could have like a totem trap there, and then I wouldn't get my Valor. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna go Scion Intrepid Conjurer here, right? Seems good. Oh look, there was a trap hiding. Glad we seek its correctly there. Next turn, this Heart of Embers gonna come down and just bury them. Gonna make make 2 candles, make another Intrepid Conjurer, shoot something. Let's make 1 more candle, and then next turn we can start growing the candles with the rest of these Valors. Only to realize the stream had frozen for me. Oh, welcome back. This game is pretty over. Does this do? Revert something? Alright. Alright, my candles. Are you ready to grow? Let's put some Miracle Grow in the candles, ladies and gentlemen. Candles need some Miracle Grow. Level up. Grow, my candles, grow! Alright. 1 or 2 more matches in here, depending on how quickly they go. Jake will be home from school here soon. Hey, diaper change, little boy? Oh, you do? Get back. Come here, tiny child. You need diaper change. You run from me. Close the door. You're a turdmeister. Ugh. Daddy won the coin flip in the mirror. Winning the coin flip in the mirror is very good, Declan. Issue one. Oh. Alright, let's go first, and then we'll run the stipper upstairs. Yeah, seems decent. Wise Magistrate's actually pretty good in the mirror. Hi, Declan. Also, having our one drop on the play is really good in the mirror, too. Buddy. God, our curve's gonna be good here.
A peck? A peck?
Huh. I'm obligated to trade here, right? Even though this card is decent in the mirror.
I cheat mom and cheat mom.
Why don't you start generating valors here?
I eat.
We'll eat some lunch when Jake gets home. You just had a snack. You can wait till Jake gets home.
Back at you?
Yep, Jake will be back. Kick me in the face. Can someone send help? I'm being kicked in the face. Anyone? Bueller? Somebody send help, please. Please, I'm getting kicked in the face by a toddler. Who's a turd? Toddler turd. Toddler turd! Toddler turd! Okay, hero budget of their own. That's perfect. So we'll go ahead and Fate Weave a resource to the top of our deck here. And then we'll go Valor, my Hero of Legend, play Workshop, kicking me in the throat. Ow! I guess that's my mouth technically and not my throat. So props to you for following directions. You're not sitting on my lap, you're violent. Tiny, violent child, you are not sitting on my lap anymore. Your arm is fine. I guess we're a little bit behind the 8-ball here. If they have a slow shard, that's good for us.
I can't.
Wow, no attack with their Hero of Legend is bold. I think I'm playing Lyvaanth and just smashing here. It's like kill them with a dragon in the sky. Alright, opponent concedes to the dragon. What was I doing in the mirror? Is the dragon good in the mirror? The dragon's probably good in the mirror, right? I think I'm just clicking submit, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna click submit. I wouldn't hate getting... I guess Inquisitor of Lumos is better than Exalted Knight. I'd buy that for $1. Exalted Knight's not particularly good. A really, really small marginal change. Inquisitor's okay. Seems great. Guidance for a resource on 1, so we get to curve out to 4 guaranteed. Why switch to ices? Don't they make you slower? Ices add consistency to your deck. This deck also doesn't have a ton of 1-drops in it, so like having your first turn play be an ice is perfectly fine a lot of the time. Really awkward that Inquisitor is double ruby and our 2-drop is double diamond, so we can't go Wise Magistrate into Inquisitor here. The best way to think about ices, and this has taken a lot of time to like adjust my deck building and like wrapping my head around it. The ices are basically double resources in the early game when you don't have another one. So like any hand you have with an ice in it just has an extra resource in it should you need it. So it really adds an insane amount of consistency to what you have going on. All right, Scion plus Wartorn General is pretty good. I think I'm attacking here because I'm okay if they take this trade. Unless they have another Scion. If they have another Scion, I'm sad about that. Mr. Silicone with the 6-month resubscription. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Alrighty, I feel like we've been going slowly. Didn't really get a chance to ladder at all yesterday. Ugh. So they get to play a Valor here as well. Might just be a little bit too slow on the draw. Probably just jamming Heart of Embers next turn. Really, we're Valoring that. Okay, I guess let's attack in. Coverage was really good again. When are you guys up again? Ryvik with the 17-month, very generous $24.99 subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. I'm not sure when we are diving back in. I need to check what their schedule is and what Matt and Mike are up to. Don't want to trade this for a candle, so I'm just going to pass here. So next turn we get to kill this. It'll be interesting to see if the damage is already done on that front, though, or not. It might be a little bit too late. We'll see. I guess I get to... Yep, that's a Moonrise Elder. I'm probably obligated to trade this Wise Magistrate with something here, right? Feels that way. Oh, that's all we're attacking with? Deal. No blocks. They can discard these extra Valors because they're not going to be able to play them all out anyways. I'm going to go ahead and Valor my Heart of Embers so it can block slightly bigger things. Kill this. I'm going to play my own Moonrise Elder here. That way I get a bunch of Valors in a banner. And then next turn I could use these Valors to start shooting down my opponent's board. Again, this Wise Magistrate hopefully just going to constrain my opponent's plays enough that I'm going to be able to get out ahead, out from underneath all these Candlekin that they were able to produce. Alright, so they have a Heart of Embers here, but they're only going to be able to shoot one thing this turn. Run through something and I barely heard what was being discussed. Fair. That's good feedback. We both talk kind of quickly. I think I'm just taking this hit for 5 here again, right? Yeah, probably. And then next turn, I can go Inquisitor. And actually, Valoring up the Inquisitor is really good because they take damage equal to her power every time she does something. They swing with everything. We might be in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah. Are we dead, actually? That's just dead. I block like this. This is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right? Let's count that again. This is 9, 15. This is 9, 12, 16. Is that accurate? Let's count that one more time. Are they going to be dead on the backswing? They're dead on the backswing, right? If I block like this, this is 9, 13, 17. Okay, yeah, so I have to do this, and this is 9. This is 9, 12, 16, so I go to 1. And on the backswing, these are each worth 4 points of damage. This is 12, 17, 20 exactly. Alright, yeah, blocks like this and try and kill him on the back crack. Yeah, I believe they're exactly dead here, right? Because each of these is 4 because it's +1. Oh, and that's just extra damage too, right? No, it's 4 points of damage per Valor. It's 3 from this +1. So this is 12, 17. Yeah, okay. So they were dead to this Inquisitor, but they're slightly more dead to the Wise Magistrate now. Shoot you. An opponent knew we had these Valors in hand, so they probably should have left something back here. 1 and 0 confirmed different numbers. Yep, and the Wise Magistrate puts us 1 over lethal, so the Inquisitor of Lumos would have been exactly lethal. These games are silly. GG's opponent. And that's the important math you want to do. Like, my opponent knew we had those 3 Valors, so they could have counted and known that they were going to be dead on the backswing to anything with 2 power, which was a lot of my deck, right? Math is for blockers, right? And that's the most important combat math that you can be doing. Joe Zimmer's, ooh, sweet, Redlings. Actually, I'm curious to how this matchup plays out. We're going to need some resources here, but this deck effectively plays 27 resources because it's 4 guidance. Opponent mulliganed to 5, feeling better about my choice. No, I'd have counted and known that that would have blocked the heart. Oh, they are playing a Sapphire deck. Okay. Never mind then, I suppose. No longer curious. So now every time we play an Ardent troop, we get a Valor. I don't even know if that's strictly true. Like, our deck puts pretty hard and fast on turns 4, 5. And I feel like the Redlings deck doesn't kill very consistently by 5 anymore, so we have a good chance to, like, keep up Runebind Madorko. Sure. Man, now we really need to hit a resource. Yeah, Skyguard Steadfast by Icewood cost? Sure. God, I am a skilled hexer. Let's do that, make a Valor. Do this, Valor my Intrepid Conjurer, correct for 3. And then next turn, I get to play this Intrepid Conjurer, make 2 Valors, and then make 2 more Intrepid Conjurers, and then these will be 4/4s. A very good spot. How do they kill it? Oh, they just don't attack with their heart? Maybe. Huh. That's a pretty good curve. I guess I'm just taking 4 here, right? I guess I could double here. I guess I could just double, right? Let's do this. This doesn't seem unreasonable. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this, actually. Like, take their thing off the table. Valor this. Tech these. I want to trade these two for this. This makes Blight Blossoms. Like, it's not a full trade, but, like, this I just, like, have endless 3/2s. So, like, let's go. Yeah, we're just gonna Valor this and then Smash, I think. Makes this a 3/3. I'm gonna play this out to make my Valor just in case they want to double block by Wartorn General here. Mana Ruinier's okay. The problem is that, like, there's only in Sapphire Wild, and this was the biggest problem. We tested a lot of Sapphire Wild decks. There aren't a lot of good what's the word I'm searching for? Other minor gems in these shards. So this is a free block. Am I jumping here? No, I'm just using my health total as a resource. That hit. They're down to 7. Just playing this. Yeah, that seems great, right? We can start chump blocking this turn. I guess I could even, like, throw 3 things in front of this. Yeah, if they attack with this, I'm just gonna, like, throw 3 power guys in front of it. Because, like, 3 power guys and gals. Because, like, next time I'm just gonna go, like, Valor, and, like, make 2 more Intrepid Conjurers and make 2 candles. Just, like, the widest possible. I think cards that have X in their cost are gonna be probably too awkward as long as Runebind exists in the format. Would be my likely assessment. I think you're hard pressed to make any of those types of cards playable. I guess I could block both of these into this and, like, get 2 Blossoms, but, like, again, that's whatever. Maybe. I don't think that card's probably going to be playable. I would be kind of surprised if that card was playable, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, so this next one is going to start making my candles bigger. Grow my candles, grow. Attack with these 3. Fine. Maybe I was just supposed to smash them with everything there. I don't think it really matters. Are pretty dead. Eat this, eat this, eat this, eat this. Guess I'm just jumping with these actually, right? Jump, jump, eat, eat, eat. You have a Siegesaurus. They're not going to concede. I'm going to make all my guys. I like making my guys. Is Wise Magistrate good in this matchup? I feel like it's probably not, right? Exalted Knight is fantastic. I think we're just going to, again, trim the Wise Magistrates, bring in the Blinding Ires. It's fine. Encounter any PS4 players on I don't think so. We've seen some in gold, but everyone's having a great Friday. Hope everyone's kicking off their weekend well. Thanks for hanging out here today. Play some Hex Shards of Fate. Remember, if you're enjoying the content, hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. Helps other people find our stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. Those are the best ways you could support my content here. Those allow me to spend more time doing Hexy stuff and less time doing other things to make money. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. If you're going to buy some Hex TCG cards anyways, please do so with hexprimal.com. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on all of your singles orders with them. And inkgaming.com will love to help you customize your gaming experience. They do custom playmats and mouse pads. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from a wide selection of custom artwork on their website. We're going to do some Magic tonight. The Pro Tour is going on right now, right? I really don't like to stream against the major events because they do reasonable coverage. Yeah, so the Pro Tour is on now. I'm going to go live this evening, probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. Pro Tour will be done by then. It's ain't too slow. I don't understand your question, Peter. That sounds fine. Let's do it. We'll fit weave a non-resource. I guess the double Scion makes it already kind of a redraw because they don't have a lot of removal in their deck. We'll be a professional and Fate. We have a 2-drop here. Yeah, this is probably a redraw. I need to mulligan a little bit more aggressively. It's limited now, right? Limited is so boring to watch. That's one thing Hex needs to change. If Hex wants to push coverage for their events a little bit more, we need to not have the top 8 of the CCS be draft. The top 8 of the CCS being draft is super anticlimactic. If they want Limited to be a part of the CCS tournament, they should put rounds of draft or sealed or something into the Swiss. It should not be the top 8. Tribunal Magistrate is very interesting. Powerful card. Wonder Decklist is neat. I'll have to take a look at it on TCG Browser after they're done today. I'm just playing this Crusader out. Yeah, it's very... As far as... No, I don't bring either of those cards into the mirror. I click submit in the mirror. If you're feeling frisky, you can cut Exalted Knight for an Inquisitor of Lumos, but I don't even know if that changes right. The draft top 8 is great, says Shredder. What a noob lucker. Yeah, these dreadlings are huge. Or we're just not attacking. Fair. Well, we're dead. Pretty dead. Pretty dead to double. Double dorks here, it feels like. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna have guidance for a resource here, so we try to fight a Donslow shard. And then next turn we can heart plus shoot something. This Tribunal Magistrate wasn't a card I was thinking about. We really don't have a good answer to Tribunal Magistrate in this configuration, because I don't want to bring in Martyr against my opponent's deck because they're playing a bunch of Dreadlings. Alright, yep. Dead to triple magistrate. Rooney. Hopefully get a good curve on the play here. Hopefully they just don't have multiple Tribunal Magistrates, is actually the hope. It seems fine. Not super exciting, but fine. I'm gonna put a resource on top of my deck here. Yep. Go Crusader into Heart of Embers. Morning, Ossuary. Catching us for the last game of the morning here. For those that don't note my schedule below, we will be I will be offline most of next week. My wife and I are going on a vacation for 5 days. Right on time, William Rowan. Good stuff, good stuff. Good job, Willie boy. The archives will be up on YouTube, though. I might come back online later this afternoon after the kids eat. I don't have any adulting to accomplish, I don't think. I gotta double check my to-do list, but I think most of my adulting is done for the week, so might fire back up. Watching the standard Pro Tour for Magic sounds miserable. Bunch of Teamer mirrors. I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna go Crusader plus Blinding Ire here. Runebind, that's cute. So let conscript another 1-drop. Good line. We're gonna go eat after Dad's done with this game. Jake will be home and we'll go get some lunch together. Non-slow shard would be good here, or let us heart plus shoot this rune here. Playing this. Putting a non-resource on top here. We have all of this with Strike. I mean, to be fair, reaching Cosmic and Hex is like the majority of the reason, or the majority of the purpose of the ladder is to reward people. Like, the actual ranking inside of Cosmic doesn't really happen. God, that would have been a good one. Gonna rune bind me? Okay. So hopefully we guidance for a non-slow shard here. Ding. Ding. Fries are done. Color this, shoot this. I think I'm going to be conservative on my attacks here. Attack with this. I want to leave enough Swift Strike power back that I can cut down this Runier Hierophant regardless of how big it gets from this champion power. But I do need to start applying pressure to my opponent. Alright. Fight Night is again today. It's every Friday. Forgot about that. Fight Nights for anyone. The prizes are actually pretty great, especially like in ratio to the entry fee. Ugh, they're actually gonna get this big enough that it's gonna be able to attack through these, isn't it? Yep. It'll be 9-9. Still. It's really unfortunate. I'm just taking a hit for 9 here. Yeah, kinda waffle. New formats breed creativity. I don't know. I don't think I agree that like restrictions strictly breed creativity. I think that's a not genuine assessment of what's going on there. Maybe I was supposed to Valor my Hero of Legend, actually. Yeah, that's possible. So that way my Hero of Legend can start attacking and generating more Valors. Maybe I was supposed to bring in Martyr. No, the flying guy is not reverted yet. Jet! With the 16-month resubscription. Thank you, and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Oh, that breaks... Man, that is playing with fire. If we hit something that produces Valors, they are going to be up a creek without a pedal. Or that. That's good too. How about if I smash you with a bunch of my things and then make Valors that deal 6 damage apiece? Would that be good? How would we feel about that, opponent? Play more silly stuff, always. I'm just attacking with everything here, right? I'm gonna like hit them with 2 and then those will deal 12. GG, yep, I agree. I mean, EDH is basically a new format because like no one that really cares. Hi, Declan. We won. That means you get lunch. It's lunchtime. Declan likes to eat. He's a little fat boy. I eat. Yay! All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for now. Jake will be home soon. I'm gonna get the kids fed. Hey, Zerglish, with the 11-month resub. That's a Pikachu. It's 11-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support and welcome back. Sorry to miss this. I'm still going to be back some next week, so I'm not leaving until Tuesday afternoon. So I'm going to stream Immortal on Wednesday, and then I'm going to stream Immortal on Monday, and I'm going to have my normal Tuesday morning stream as well, and we'll have my Sunday night Magic stream. If you're a Magic player, I'm going to be back tonight with some Magic, and I might sign back on this afternoon later with some more Hex, since I overslept this morning and missed the first hour. I don't want to do less Hex content than normal. So I'm gonna get Jake off the bus when he gets home in a few minutes and then get the kids fed, and I'll probably be back about an hour or so. Oh, we need some food? What time should we check? Probably about an hour. I'll be back later, folks. Peace.